What's going on, guys? Welcome back to The Lunchbox, the podcast where we talk about literally anything and everything. We are three different people, three different perspectives, three different generations. I am Alex. Joined with me, as always, is my boy Roy.
What's up, guys?
The man who almost has 1 million views on his YouTube channel.
Am I that close? I am. You're right.
You're over 900,000.
Oh my gosh, I am.
Almost 1 million channel views. That's pretty dope.
Dude, I'm getting there, dude. You know what? I thank you. I thank everyone else. And guys, go to my channel. It's down in the description.
It's called Alex Hefner. Type that into YouTube and you will find Roy's channel.
Well, you probably will, actually.
And to my right, we are joined by my cousin, Simon.
What's up? Hello, Internet.
The kid who a couple years ago was at dinner, got bored, had a lemon slice, and put the lemon seed into his ear, and it got stuck.
Okay.
I'm just going to let that story marinate for a second.
Okay, I'm speechless. Okay, I mean, first of all, how old is Simon?
I was just about to clarify. I'm currently 20.
It was like last week, 2 weeks ago.
He says a couple years ago.
Oh, so it's like 2 weeks ago.
He says a couple years ago. It was quite a few years ago.
Yeah, it was a few years ago.
I was a child.
How old were you? You didn't say.
Probably like 12.
I was going to say 11 or 12.
That's
yeah.
still...
Boy, so we had like lemon slices to go with our meal, right?
Right, yeah.
Boy's sitting there just like bored as hell, takes the lemon seed and puts it in his ear.
Oh, no.
And then he's like, guys, there's a fucking lemon seed stuck in my ear. Why the hell did you put a lemon seed in your ear?
Okay, first off, all right,
didn't.
What made you think that was something that's going to be fun to do?
I didn't just stick a seed in my ear for no good reason.
What did you do? It just fell into
I was squeezing a lemon over my dinner.
Oops.
No. You're saying you squeezed the lemon at dinner and the seed flung from the lemon into your ear?
No, then I stuck my finger in my ear to like pick my ears.
I think he placed the lemon seed into his ear because he was bored. Anyway,
so did you have the lemon seed on your pinky and you kind of went in for it, and it was
on
like
my hand, I guess. It was on my hand.
Anyway, it took about what, 2.5 hours
of him constantly shaking my head.
He didn't know what to do.
My head was sideways, and he was just like
jamming it.
I was like
knocking me,
trying not to give the boy whiplash, but trying to like get enough force to get the seed out.
Oh my god!
And it finally happened,
it did.
It was already dark at that point, and I went home and went to sleep, and my head hurt.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
And lesson learned.
So it was your head hurt because he was banging the side of your head.
He was banging / shaking my head for multiple hours.
What was the alternative? Is you go to the urgent care?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they put a little suction in there.
That probably would have been easier and less painful.
Probably, yeah.
Well, I had gotten it out for you.
You did.
And I saved the day.
Which, by the way, you know, for that sort of thing, just go to Walgreens or CVS, and they have a thing that
they
pulls
do.
it right on out.
You would be taking away my opportunity to strike this kid's head numerous times, over and over again.
That lies. Therein lies the truth of the matter. He wanted to beat up his cousin.
Okay.
The true motive.
Oh my god.
That's an excellent spot for some intro music.
The Lunchbox.
So, Roy, in your life, what was the worst job that you ever worked?
Oh god.
Do you have some bad ones?
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to ask you the same question. I think I know the answer.
Yeah,
He's only worked one place.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just been a lifeguard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I told him that was a trash thing to do.
Didn't like that job one bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I worked in retail for a little bit. It wasn't horrible, you know, but I got out of it after like 2 months.
Where'd you work?
This place called Just for Feet. It was a shoe store.
Do you have a foot
I was about to say, are you trying to tell us something?
It was a shoe store. No.
He works there for certain reasons, yeah.
And so
that's fine.
Essentially what would happen is people would come in and buy their Nikes or Pumas or whatever they would buy, Fila's or what have you. And
is that how you say that? Is it Fila? I always thought it was Fila. It might be Fila. I think I've been wrong. Go ahead.
Oh, wow. Yes, it's Fila. That's all I've ever heard is Fila. I've never heard Fila.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
Fila is kind of like, you know, personal. Like Fila, you know.
Like what?
Like you're filling somebody.
Okay. All right, sorry. Anyway. Anyway.
So I worked there for a short while.
Sure.
And ended up leaving there after like 3 or 4 months just because I was like, you know, I'm not going to do this.
Okay.
So,
what did you not like about it?
I was just having to deal with people who thought they were smarter than you.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. It's like when you go shopping, right?
You obviously work at a shoe store for a reason, poor boy.
Exactly, right? And I was like, dude, I'm the cashier, right? I have to add up your money. So whether you're using cash or your credit card or what have you, I'm the man, right?
Sure.
So figure out your problem because I could easily go, oh, I'm sorry, this is declined,
Yeah.
and it's not declined.
Right.
I have that power.
Sure.
And I really relish that sometimes.
That's a strange amount of power.
Right?
With
Yeah.
one cashier. What about me?
Yeah, worst job.
Well,
That's a great question.
I worked at Luby's in high school. I knew I was gonna.
Wait, why? Of all the restaurants in
Okay,
all of
let me put it this way.
part of Houston.
So there are like two ways to look at like a restaurant type job. One, there's like two sides of the spectrum. One, you
Okay.
could work at a very established high end place, and you could have probably like 1 to 2 tables a night,
Right,
and probably
exactly.
make like $100 to $200. Nah, $100, $150.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
about. Or you could go to a restaurant where you get 90 tables a shift
Okay.
and $2 to $3 per table, and that's what Luby's was. That was like nonstop, 100% action, all shift
Right.
every time.
That's true.
So-
Lots of grandmas and granddads coming
Oh
through.
yeah, I got.
You don't have
yeah.
to bring out orders.
I got in touch
right?
with a lot of old people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice. One interesting story about that though is one time there was this couple. They were sitting in a booth, and I was their waiter, and I went up to them, and at the end of the meal, you're like, "Hey, can I go ahead and get your plate out of your
Sure,
way?"
yeah. You're
Um,
doing the waiter thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And she was like, "Well, sure, yeah, if you want to." And I was like, "Okay." Turned around and just left because I really didn't want to at that point. So I just literally was like, "No."
No
And-
way.
Yeah, just left. Yeah, that was one notable story. Another time I spilled a lady's iced tea all over her and her purse.
Oh no.
And it was like a really expensive purse
That's
too.
terrible. Their
How
iced
did
tea is
that,
good
wait,
though.
okay, first
I'll
of
say
all,
that.
how do you get that
The
close?
iced tea is good.
Their iced tea is good.
Yeah, how do you get that close to somebody to spill that much iced tea?
Well,
it's probably on.
they
the,
had like
on
they
the
had like
table.
tea pitchers.
Yeah.
So you would bring the tea pitcher to the table,
Uh-huh.
and I'd be like, "Can I fill that up for you?" And she'd be like, "Yeah, sure." And I don't know what happened, if like my hand slipped because there was condensation on the damn cup or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
It slipped and spilled all over her and her very expensive purse.
Oh no.
She still left me a tip.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
Nice lady.
but that was.
Maybe you said, I'm sincerely sorry that I did this.
Oh, I was so apologetic.
Okay,
I felt
yeah.
so bad.
yeah, and she felt the sincerity, and
I was
you know.
literally just shocked. I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I literally did not. I felt so bad. She was
Wow.
so sweet too. So, but that was probably the most god awful job ever, just because it was hectic and it was like you work with a bunch of, like,
Yes. Yes.
just that.
Well,
type
I mean,
of
I've been to
people.
Luby's.
Sure.
You know, not to bash Luby's.
No,
But-
Luby's is great. They have great mac and cheese, but they got a bunch of ex-cons working for them.
Exactly. It's like going and working at Denny's. It's the same thing.
Sure.
Your shady characters are bringing your pancakes out to you.
Exactly.
Which-
Cocaine laced.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
The best pancakes
That's
in town.
Exactly. That doesn't taste like sugar powder. What is that? Yeah, I don't know.
Son, get your head out of your pancakes. Why are you sniffing them?
Those pancakes really smell good.
Oh my god. Is there a notable story that sticks out for you for lifeguarding?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna get.
Oh, here we
Okay.
go.
This I still don't understand or like have a full grasp on what happened really because it was so weird.
Right.
You'll see what I mean in a second. I guess I was up really late the night before. At 11:50, I get woken up from the pool supervisor with a phone call that was like he was like freaking out, like super frantic. He was like, "Yo, bro, where are you?" He was like, "You're supposed to be at work in 10 minutes."
Was he whispering like that?
No,
Okay.
I'm just like, I'm like, I don't know. But,
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Bro, you need to come into work. It's urgent. Come on, quick.
He's like
Yeah.
surrounded by all the parents who are just mad. He's like,
Dude, come on. Where the
bro.
hell are you?
bro, where are you, dude?
So-
I don't want you to get fired, dude, because you're my only dude. All right, dude?
Well, so like I told him I was like I checked my schedule. I'm not scheduled to work today. He was like, "Yeah, you are. You're supposed to be scheduled, or you're scheduled for noon." And I was like, "Okay." So like I got into my uniform. The pool is only like 5 minutes drive from my house,
Right.
and I got to work. And apparently my shift was supposed to start at 12. I showed up at like 12:03 or something.
Okay.
So I got a write-up for being late, which is like this big thing where it goes to the lifeguarding coordinator for,
As you should have.
for the township.
Okay.
You should have.
No,
But he-
I shouldn't have.
Yeah,
wasn't
you
on
should've.
the
You
schedule.
were not punctual.
It was not on the schedule.
You probably messed up. You probably didn't read it right.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't on the schedule. Okay, what doesn't make sense to me is if you
So they messed up the scheduling. That's fine.
they messed up the scheduling, but then got me in trouble for being late when they gave me 10 minutes notice that I had a shift. And what doesn't make sense is you call somebody 10 minutes before they're supposed to clock in, apparently, right? When would you ever, as a supervisor at a place, call somebody 10, maybe even 15 minutes before they're supposed to clock in and ask them where they are? Their punctuality wouldn't be an issue unless they were late. If it's 10 minutes before my shift is supposed to start, why are you calling me asking me?
Well, you're probably supposed to be there 10 or 15 minutes early,
you're
no?
not. They don't care. You get there at 12. Your shift starts at 12. You clock in at 12.
Yeah, that is stupid.
It didn't make any sense to me. So I think, all the people working at the pool that were, in charge of me, they were still all teenage kids, like kids my age.
Oh, yeah.
I think they just, one of them messed up somewhere making the schedule. And
Simon probably showed up and was like,
they threw it.
Warning,
Pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, that was just very confusing. I think someone screwed the schedule up, and I took,
probably
I took
so.
all the heat for it.
But
Good.
here's my question: was that the first time
that was
that
the
you were
longest
late?
story I ever
No.
heard.
Yeah, it's kind of long.
That was the longest story.
But my question is: had you ever been late before?
No,
Had that given them any reason why you were late again?
no.
Okay,
I think I'd only worked like 1 or 2 shifts before that.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't know.
Just give your work a fake name
Yeah.
and be like, yeah, I'm Bill John. Don't say,
just give them a fake name.
don't say that one. That was a weird one.
They're gonna know that's a fake name.
My
off
name
the
is
jump.
Bill John.
My name is 2 first names. And
What would your name be if it wasn't Roy?
what would my name be
If you had to change your name right now,
if I had to change my name right
just
now?
your first name.
Just the first name?
Yes.
Oh God.
It's a good question. I have no
don't-
idea.
I don't.
You had to pick your name right now, but you had to do it in this amount of
Just
time.
knowing who I am right now.
Yep.
There's
Someone comes up to you and says, "Roy, you must change your name right this second." What are you gonna pick?
I'm just gonna pick Brad. I'm gonna go with that
The
because
weird thing is, I can actually kind of see
my
that.
voice,
Brad.
my voice is a Brad. You know.
Yeah, it
Hey,
is.
dude, what's up, man?
Brad?
Hey, how's
Boy,
it going?
what's
What's
Hey,
up,
guys,
man?
I'm
hey,
Brad.
Hey, Simon, Brad's here. What's up,
know?
Brad? What's up, Brad?
What's up? Hey, guys, what's going on? Brad's here. You know, I can do Brad. Like
Oh,
the voice.
God.
That doesn't sound right.
No.
I can do the voice for Brad all the time. Hey, guys, what's up, man? You cool? You cool? I'm cool. Thanks, Brad. All
Okay,
right.
yeah,
bro.
for sure.
Dude,
So
bro.
the voice matches you,
Bro,
but
dude, bro.
the way that you
Yeah, you see me on
look-
camera. It's not a Brad.
No, it's not.
No, it's like Tyrone.
Tyrone. I
don't
got a
know.
buddy from high school named Tyrone. That's really funny.
Malik.
He had a.
I don't think I know any Tyrones.
Devon.
I know a Devon.
Really?
Oh, you do? Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I know of him. There was a kid in my high school named Devon, but I don't know him well.
The strangest. Go ahead.
What would your name be if you had to change it?
Oh God.
I feel like mine, like Simon's a pretty uncommon name. I feel like if my name wasn't Simon, I'd be like James or Michael, like something super.
No, that's too. That's
something
too
super
normal.
common. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
you're the way you look is really strange. It'd have to be something.
Thanks.
Hold
bro.
on, stop right there. Stop right there. The way you look is strange.
It would be like a Roderick. I'm thinking
Roderick.
Roderick or Victor.
Shout
One
outs
of
to
the
my
two.
cousin
You'd be a
Roderick,
Stuart.
by the way.
Stuart. Actually, okay. People have told me that I would be a Caleb.
There's nothing about you
No?
that says Caleb.
No Caleb here.
No,
Okay, I'll take John.
No.
I'll take a Jonathan.
Nope.
No?
No way.
Nope.
Kurt.
Maybe Kurt.
Maybe.
Kurt.
I know-
Kurt is definitely a good one.
I know some Kurts that are pretty weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Kurt. Someone named Kurt is always a weird dude.
Yeah, you're
They're
definitely
always a weird
Kurt.
dude.
You know, the K, is it a K? U-R-T?
K-U-R-T.
Yeah, I was definitely Kurt.
Kurt.
Yeah, you're definitely, your whole, like, demeanor is Kurt. You know, because you look at him, like everyone in my family, right? Everyone in my family is like, oh, that guy who looks like Jim Carrey, right? You know?
That's what your family says?
Yes.
Wow.
That
That is actually
you're
really
like
nice.
the
I like
mask,
that.
everything. They see
Sure.
you in that. But Kurt, you're, yeah, I can see that. Totally can see that.
So we got Brad, Kurt, and
Roderick.
Roderick.
I don't know.
Roderick. Well,
Roderick is just
I have
so
a cousin
strange.
named Roderick.
Oh, did you really?
Shout out to Roderick. I know you're watching this, but
We can go Victor. Does he look like a Victor?
well, here's the thing. Roderick, my boy, my cousin Roderick, he's a little, crazy. So that's why I was like, yes, Roderick for sure.
Randy, maybe. Something with an R, I'm feeling.
I'm the least crazy person I think I've ever met, though.
But you
But look at your look, dude.
You look
your
weird.
whole look.
I look weird. Guys
He's like,
are making me question myself.
then-
Simon's gonna put this little toy out of batteries.
he's like, I'm not weird, okay?
No,
Stop
you're,
it.
you're not weird. You're very. I mean, who's normal?
Well, and here's
everyone's
the word I
weird.
want to use, all right? Eclectic.
yes. Eclectic, meaning you take things from a lot of different things and pack them into one.
Into just one
Yes.
random creature that's
Yeah.
alternative to anything we've ever seen.
Sure. What's your best quality, would you say?
Oh.
It's a good question.
Oh.
We're gonna do some interview questions. This is nice.
Yeah.
Like not even an interview like an artist or band, but like a job interview. What's your
Oh.
best quality, Simon?
My best quality.
Because Alex being the lawyer of the bunch.
Yes,
He's-
I've had to be.
You've had to ask these kind of questions. Yes.
Well, I've been asked them
I'm
all the
trying to
time.
not come up with like a generic answer.
Well,
you
that's
know?
what you can't sit and think about it. If they ask
I mean,
you that, like, what are you gonna say?
Probably that. I guess partially because I'm interested in a lot of different things. I like to truly understand how things work
Ooh.
instead of just looking at things from like a surface level.
From like a bird's eye view. If you
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like to.
that answer sucks.
I feel
No,
like
I'm just
I
kidding.
feel like
No.
he's channeling his Virgo abilities
No,
of
no,
himself.
I
he
just-
doesn't. He wants to be perfect with every answer.
Question number 2. What's your biggest flaw? Go.
Don't let him
What's the
answer.
word?
Don't
What's the word?
don't give him time to
No,
answer
no,
this
no,
question
no.
for you.
Yeah. What do you think of my biggest flaw?
Oh, see, now you've
You just
opened up
opened
a
the
can of
floodgate.
worms. Now,
Just open up the
oh
floodgate.
dear
You
God.
want me to go? You want
no,
me to
not,
list?
not really. List? You want me to list?
I don't think we have enough time on the podcast. It's an hour long, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna be here for a while.
Great.
Yep.
The rest of the podcast.
Next
You're
question.
conceited. You suck at Smash. Just kidding.
You don't post any content anywhere, and you're the youngest of all of us.
No, we respect you. Actually, talking about content, I told Oliver about TikTok yesterday, and I was like, everybody, think about TikTok like this.
Okay, hold on. Preference. All right,
Sure.
we have to give some context because of everyone doesn't know who Oliver is.
Ah.
He is my brother, also his cousin.
Yes.
My
there we
twin
go.
brother.
Yes.
We'll put a picture of Oliver over
So,
my face.
Simon, right here.
There we
Beautiful,
go.
isn't it?
Good.
So, Simon's brother, Alex's cousin, Roy's friend.
Yes.
That's Oliver.
Yeah.
I told him about TikTok yesterday, and I've heard this all the time. You know, Gary Vee especially says this. If you get in on TikTok right now, it's like getting in on Instagram whenever it was just used to take pictures
Right.
of landscapes.
Yeah. I've heard that. Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, bro, you need to do this. I posted one video on TikTok
Yep.
a couple weeks ago, or like week and a half ago.
Yeah.
Right, it random as hell. Where I was like, hey, the children of identical twins are genetically siblings,
I saw
not
that.
cousins.
Yes.
What?
Mhm,
And it got over 100,000 views.
Yes.
And I was like, what? That
Mhm.
was weirdly easy.
Yeah, that's strange.
Completely random from the content I'm making now. So I was like, Oliver, get your ass on TikTok.
I don't know what's stopping him.
I don't know what. Oh, no, he got it. And he already posted twice. He got it last night.
No,
He posted twice.
Posted 4, I think.
4?
I think so.
Where's Simon's TikTok? That's the question.
My TikTok is.
That's the
coming.
fucking question.
Your accents are hard on the ears.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're supposed to be. It's
I
supposed
thought
to
he
be
was going to
harsh.
say something like, "Your accents are beneath me."
Oh, that would have been awesome.
awesome.
That would have been really awesome. I would have liked that greatly.
But oh well.
Well, I didn't go there.
That's okay.
Anyway,
That's okay.
Yes.
Somewhere that I did go the other night. Tell me if this happens to you too.
Okay.
Okay. The other night, my mom goes. She went to bed. I'm living at home now because I feel like I have to justify that. and
Save
say
that money, son. I
Saving
do.
that money.
Save the money.
Save the money. So that's
Rent,
what I'm doing.
Rent is like $1,000 right now a month.
Yeah.
For one bedroom.
Yeah, it's like a
That's
it's like
ridiculous.
a gut punch every month.
Yeah, especially for like me who's older and you're used to like kind of $600, $700, $800 being kind of the
Sure.
number for the last 10 or 15 years.
Right.
Now it's like $1,200. And I'm like,
It's nuts.
who's gonna how do you save money? Because
Bro.
you're just working to pay the rent.
And let me
don't.
digress a little bit. At that, like, I've been looking at Zillow too, because Sarah and I are looking at houses to get.
Yeah.
And some of the houses that like have flooded, that have like mold in them, they're still like $1,400 a month.
That's
like,
ridiculous.
what the
That
hell?
they would charge that much for a house that's full of mold. But
I
anyway,
know. Anyway.
back to your point.
Okay.
You're living at home and you
Yes.
have a lot of time on your hands.
Anyway, so my mom's like, hey, I'm going to bed. So I have the whole house to myself when she goes to bed.
Mhm.
Point being, you know, it's late at night. I'm hungry.
Sure.
I want to eat something. She always brings home this food from work because she has this big tray, party-sized portion. So
Nice.
she's got this party-sized portion of fajitas.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh my God.
Nice.
So I
Nice,
heat it all
nice,
up.
nice.
I have this nice arrangement of fajitas, steak, and chicken.
Ooh.
Rice and beans,
Ooh.
some tortillas. Oh, dude, it was guacamole too. A huge thing of salsa and chips. And whenever I'm by myself, I go from like a very polite, well-kept person to like complete barbarian. Where it's like I'm taking like my hands and like slapping beans on them, sprinkling some rice. I take some steak, jam it on the
Just
thing.
using your hands to make.
Oh my God, dude! And I'm just like shoveling the quickest delivery method into my mouth. All these fucking fajitas.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And then literally, I'm just like spilling stuff and like wiping on my shirt, and I'm like, what the hell am I doing? And then my mom comes down.
Oh no.
And I am genuinely embarrassed. Like the type of embarrassment where your face gets hot
Yeah,
and you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my, like you can feel your face being red.
Yeah,
And I was
You're
like,
not supposed to be here.
Yeah, exactly. I thought I had this to myself.
exactly. So I got a mouthful of fajitas and I'm like, hi, Mom. And she just kind of like looks at me and she's like, don't forget to set the alarm. And like goes back upstairs and I'm like, oh my God. Like, why do I literally eat like Pumbaa from damn Lion King? Do you guys
That
do
is
that?
true.
Do your manners like diminish greatly? Not all the time, but
Right.
like sometimes when
Oh,
you're by yourself.
I feel like everybody's probably do at least a little bit. I mean, the idea of manners is how
to like appease
how
other
you
people.
compose yourself in front of others.
Right.
Yes.
But what does it say about a person if you have manners around people, but when you're by yourself, you have no manners at all?
That you don't give a shit about how you are around yourself because
Yeah.
you're by yourself.
Because I'm comfortable with myself,
Yeah.
bitch.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to, you know, when you were living alone, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Go back to that story. Would you do the same thing there?
Yeah, worse.
Yeah.
Because I was the only one eating and drinking the things in my.
Ever.
So there was no need for cups. I like
Exactly.
drink the orange juice from the carton. Like
Exactly.
do whatever I want.
I remember we did a YouTube collab over at your house.
Yes.
And you're like, you want some water? And you literally gave me water out of a used ice cream pint. And I was like, what is this? It was a used ice cream pint
Okay.
container.
Hold on.
And it was, I
Hold
was like,
on.
you don't have cups, bro?
It was
and
not-
I was like, no, I'm not done with the story, bro.
Okay, go.
And I was like, you literally don't have cups. Who are you? And you're like,
is
dude,
bad.
it's still
This is
good.
bad.
It's still good.
No.
And I'm
This
like,
sounds really bad.
I
did I
know.
just drink water out of a used ice cream pint container?
First of all, it was not a normal like Bluebell ice cream pint where it's like cardboard and like degrades with water. It was a hard plastic like
Right.
Talenti gelato,
I was about to
very
say it was
fancy
gelato.
Okay. Yeah.
container.
That had been washed in a dishwasher.
Yeah,
That had been washed
gelato.
in the
Yeah, it's been
dishwasher.
washed in the dishwasher.
Roy's like this mangy, roach-infested, half-eaten ice cream pint you put water in and gave to me.
Here you go, bro. Enjoy. I'm like,
When it was like the nicest cup.
and I was like, you know, and I'm a dude, so I don't care, right? So I'm like, okay, I guess,
But,
I
you
guess
know-
this is what you do in order to be successful in YouTube, right?
You know,
so I'm
it is
just,
what it is.
you know, going for it, right?
Speaking about YouTube success, you know, there have been some other things that I've had to do, like eat cereal out of pots and pans. You know,
Yeah,
like for cooking.
So
you gotta
your question
do that.
was, are you barbaric?
Yeah.
I would, you know, in defense, I'm just gonna say this in defense.
Sure. Where's my water?
In your defense, you're by yourself, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
You're not trying, like Simon was saying, you're not trying to impress anybody.
Sure.
So at that point, it's just whatever your level of comfortable whatever is.
But at what point do you cross the line between like doing like having good? This is getting kind of deep.
I mean,
you know, good morals. A good person still does good things without being in the presence of people.
I don't think morals has anything to
Yeah.
do
Do with
with
manners?
It. You know,
Okay.
I don't think so. I mean, you know, there's a line, right?
Sure.
There's like, you know, if you're sitting on the pot eating Bluebell out of a pint, then
That's just strange.
that's
Sounds
just yeah,
awesome.
that's, you know,
Oh.
and you're just breaking
Did you say
wind while
awesome?
you're doing.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome. Eating ice cream on the shitter.
Why would you not want to do that?
Why the hell would you?
I would never do that. I'm way too afraid of germs. Don't you know me? Think I would ever eat while I'm shitting?
Okay, first of
I
all,
don't
this
know.
goes to our next question,
Okay,
which
never
is, do you pee in the shower?
Yes, 1,000%.
Yeah. I don't very often, but if I have to, then yeah.
If you never have to.
I mean,
At what point is it easier access to pee into a shower and
well,
not
I'm
a
saying
toilet?
if I have the urge to pee when I'm in the shower, but I don't just go in the shower planning on peeing in the shower. You probably do.
Well, I don't use the shower as like a urinal and then leave. I don't pull down my pants and pee into the shower drain and leave. If I'm about to take a shower,
Or you're
I'll
in the
conserve
shower.
water.
That's not what I was saying.
Sure.
Because it's
Well,
just
yeah.
going to
Don't you
wash
like the
off
planet?
anyways, right? You're just going
Spin
to...
it saves water.
Spin everything to where Simon's
Yeah.
the bad guy. Don't you like the planet,
Don't you like the
dick?
planet? You're just
Pretty much.
wasting toilet flushes. you and your urine.
No, I've definitely done that for sure.
Okay, I did it one time in my life.
That's it.
You've only done
Yes,
it once.
I've done it once,
You
and
really don't
I
have to pee a lot. Or
and
you
I-
Roy,
shower
live a little.
lot?
and I didn't like it. I did not like the thought of me peeing on my toes, and it didn't work for me. I don't know what it was. It's just mentally, it was a mental thing. Which I'm not hating on you guys for doing it. I mean, way to go.
What
you know?
happened-
Have you ever
Freaking
gone into-
testosterone.
What happens if you pee into the drain and you're completely
I pee into the sink. What do you pee into the drain? What do you?
No.
aim towards the
You
drain
say
rather than
you don't
like
have to pee on yourself.
no one's peeing on themselves.
You just said I don't want
Simon's
to pee on my
here.
toes.
Just in my mind, it's like it's going down there with all the rest of the water, so it's splashing and mixing with everything.
Okay,
And,
I get that.
And
That's
there
fair.
you go. You got urine in. It's not fair. Again, there's no right or wrong.
Okay.
I'm not hating on you. You know, if
Do you
peeing
brush
in
your
the shower,
teeth in the shower?
no, I don't.
What?
I don't either.
I
He does.
do.
Wait a second. Which leads to the
sounds
next
bad
question.
now.
Here's the
I
question.
mean-
Is this still a PG-13 show? Okay,
Sure, go
here's the
ahead.
next question.
All
All right.
right.
Do you sit or stand when you wipe?
I sit.
I stand when I wipe.
You're st-
You know, after you've done, dropping the deuce, you still stay sitting and you wipe?
Well, there's like some.
Yeah,
There's like
I
lifting and
stand
leaning
too.
towards one side. There's like, am I right?
So you like half cheek it. You half cheek
Yeah.
it over here and you're just like,
Yeah, you half cheek it,
Bruh.
of course. That's the only logical thing to do.
I don't maybe,
Simon, settle the debate. What do you do?
what do
I
you
already
do?
said I stand.
Okay, so you
You
stand
should- what are you guys doing?
I feel like
I feel like it's unnatural to stay sitting. Then you have to stretch your arm all the way under your body. It's just weird.
yeah, and then where
It's
you,
the same motion as if
where-
you stand.
It's
where
not
does-
as far of a distance. if
Yeah,
you
where-
stand.
It's the same distance.
no.
If anything, it's closer. Your arms are already hanging down by that.
No.
see my
it's
thing
not.
is like as
When
your
you s-
your
I'm
your
not
you both
gonna
are
get into
nuts.
it.
proximity closeness of the
When-
debris
when
is
you-
coming too
look,
close to
I'm
like
in a-
everything that's
I'm in a
important.
sitting position, and my butt is here. When I stand up, it is not there.
Yes.
How did this podcast turn
is
into us
further
talking about Simon's
forward.
ass?
It is further forward.
So there is this new segment that Simon wants to test out on this podcast. I don't know
Yes.
what he wants to call it,
Oh,
what he
here we
wants to
go.
do.
Here we
I have
go.
kind of an idea, so I'm just going to let him take the
wheel.
wheel, Jesus.
Okay, so
That was weird.
I'm sorry. I had a Shana Na movement. I had to put my hand up in the air and just.
Can we get some Jesus take the wheel in
yes,
post?
Lord. Yes. Fill it all in your shot. Okay, sorry. Go on.
Okay,
we're,
go ahead.
We're killing.
Go
time
ahead,
here.
Simon. Sure.
So, I don't know. You guys watching might have seen me look at my phone because I was pulling this up. a
Don't
minute
explain it.
ago.
Just jump into it.
Yes.
I just don't want people to think I'm disconnected.
You are.
No, he has his phone out.
You're-
He's,
From Gen Z,
our wonderful
Tide Pod
environment we
eating,
have going on here.
Yeah, he-
Disconnected
yeah,
ass.
he's not even paying attention to us right now. He's on his phone.
Anyway,
And we invite
on
him into
my
our podcast.
handy dandy mobile device,
Oh,
What is this? Blues Clues? Spit it out.
there's a random question generator.
Sure.
So I was thinking we all get a
Oh,
random
here we
question
go. All
or
right,
one random question for
this
the
is
three.
good.
Can we
of us.
get a random question generating intro radio voice from Roy?
Sure, it's gonna go something like this.
Sure.
Random question generator. Hiya! There you go. That's it. Don't ask me to do that again, because I will.
Please do it again. Please do that again.
It's a random question generator. Hiya! Okay, there we go.
Okay, here's your question, Roy.
Okay. This will be good. So wait, how does this go? Are you going to ask Roy a question and he answers and only he answers and then he asks me and we...
I think that'd be the most
Wow.
fun.
All right, cool.
That'll
Let's
be
do it.
Fun. Here we go.
All right, Simon, go for it.
If animals could talk, what animal would be the rudest?
Do, 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 do,
A donkey.
do, do. Yeah, because he's a He's an ass.
Yeah, he's already ass.
He's already an ass.
Be like, get off me.
That was an awesome answer.
That's a really good answer.
That was a really good
Yeah,
answer.
get off me.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for this. You want me to pull something? You done tripped. Okay? That's what be my donkey would be just mad at me like that if I had donkeys. But,
Sure.
You know, whatever.
See, it would have to turn into Donkey from Shrek. That's
Yeah.
immediately what.
Are you crazy?
I automatically think every donkey is voiced by Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, exactly. That's
100%.
exactly what I was going at.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. Right.
Who's next? What do
Okay.
we do? What did,
Alex's question. What line?
Whoa! You're messing up the flow. Now Roy asks me, right?
Yes.
That's what we did.
there we go.
I guess.
Yeah, we switch it.
Do I just
so we
read
all get
whatever's in
involved
the
every
gray
time.
line here?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
All right. Sorry, Rymus. For those of y'all out there, I call Simon Rymus.
Design my segment for me.
Yeah. It's
what
better.
lie
I don't want to have to pass the phone around 15 times.
do you tell most
3.
often? What lie do you tell most often?
I love you, Simon.
This game is gonna go quick. I love this. These 3 creative brains is amazing. I
There we
love
go.
this.
Okay.
Just hit next question.
Simon, let's see. What's the most beautiful beach you've ever been to? That's a jangle question.
Yeah.
All right.
Turks and Caicos.
Turkey, better than Hawaii.
Really?
The
Ooh.
okay.
I would vote Hawaii.
The landscape up on the actual land is nicer in Hawaii, but I think even though the water in Hawaii is super clear, the water in Turks and Caicos is nicer.
Interesting.
Mm.
Okay.
It's like being in a bathtub.
Wow.
We can do another round. That was kind of fun. Turks and Caicos. See, everyone says, though, that Hawaii is like the most beautiful place ever.
Right.
That's what you always hear growing
Yeah,
up.
I do
right?
hear that. Yeah.
Hawaii's awesome.
Yeah. I've never been to Hawaii, but I hear it's awesome. My brother and his wife, they went. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a better vacation spot. There's more to do, but
Got
in
it.
terms of actual beaches, I think Turks and Caicos.
Dude, that would make
just-
such a good vlog.
just a little
Hawaii.
Oh, gosh,
I listen
yeah.
to music sometimes,
Yep.
and I'm like, that would be a great song for a montage.
Yes.
I want to go film a vlog and get footage just so I can put the song in
Put it
there.
over some
Yes.
B-roll.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly, dude.
yes.
That'd be really awesome.
Yes. Next question.
Okay, what's happening now that in 20 years people will look back on and laugh about?
Podcasts. No.
What the hell were y'all thinking?
This podcast. 20 years from now, they're like,
This podcast.
good God, you guys were hilarious because they're not laughing. No.
No.
No, I'm kidding. No.
Rather serious undertone.
No. I think
That was.
I think sitting in traffic. 20 years from now, it'll all be, Tesla cars going down the road, and people will be doing
Elon
other
Musk
things.
is trying to do something right now that's
Right.
build underground roads. That's what he's trying to
See,
do right
Traffic
now.
congestion is such a huge problem
It's
in
Yeah.
certain
dude,
parts of the
all
world.
over the place, bro. I'm
Yeah.
driving.
It's like every major city, whether you're in Austin,
Yeah.
whether you're in San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, wherever.
Yeah, every major city.
Yeah.
For sure. So once we start putting cars underground and in the air, that's nuts.
Yeah. It's
Everything is becoming voice activated now too, which is pretty
It's
crazy.
yeah.
There's an Amazon oven where you can be like, Alexa, preheat my oven to 450.
Yes.
It's like,
I have not seen that.
Yes.
That is cool though.
so everything's about to be voice activated, dude.
Yes,
It's gonna be
yes.
nuts.
And like all of our parents are afraid of that because they're like, China.
I'm afraid of that.
China is gonna turn on your oven for you. China's gonna turn on your oven.
Yeah.
And we're like, no,
They're
China,
listening to you.
I don't know if China really cares if I
The
set
government is listening.
my pies to bake at 300 or 400.
Someone channels in. I'm going to make it so. Oh, that was probably. I'm not gonna do that. That's
you finish
that's
the thought now. I
borderline.
want to hear the thought, and you can just edit it out. We can edit this out. Go ahead.
I was gonna say my main goal with my wife is to change 1 degree on your oven from 350 to 349 in America. So that was borderline racist. I'll probably edit that out.
I never really got that though. Why are imitations of common accents?
I guess they're not. We
considered
could leave that
racist?
in.
I feel bad because I'm the only person laughing because Simon was like,
Like,
or
nothing
somewhere
would-
in his mind he's like, I probably shouldn't laugh at that.
Yeah.
We'll let Roy laugh at that because he's a minority at the table.
Something I was gonna add to your answer about traffic.
Yes.
Something interesting. I think I read 6 out of the 15 worst places for traffic in the United States are in Houston. 6 out of the 15,
I'm sure.
6 out of the 15 places.
like intersections or streets.
Oh,
with
are
the
in
worst
Houston?
traffic.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I believe
yeah,
that.
I believe that. Yeah.
The other day, it took me 45 minutes to go like 4 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What
wow.
the? Dude, literally, there's no. I would rather drive like 3 hours, like I'd rather drive from here to Austin, which takes like 3 hours, than
Right.
sit in 3 hours in Houston traffic.
Right,
Because you don't move.
Oh my God, it's so
It's
frustrating.
terrible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm,
It puts me
you
in
at
the-
least go down the road, but here you're just sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it turns you into a beast. Like if someone goes, doesn't even cut you off, just makes you tap on your brakes a tiny bit, like ding. I'm like, you asshole! What are you doing?
Bullshit detected.
And it's like the littlest thing
The
that
littlest
someone
thing,
does
yes.
turns into the biggest deal ever.
Yes, my brother is classic like that. He sees someone in his I guess the side view mirror
Sure.
that's not passing him.
Right.
So he'll put on his left turn signal, and he literally said this out of his mouth. He goes, "You know, when they do that, I just put on my left turn signal and drive erratically." Problem with that was we're on a trip to like Dallas somewhere, and we're all sitting in the car and we hear him say this.
Right.
And we're like, okay, he's not going to drive at all? He's not going to be part of the drive at
Guess
all.
not.
No, it's going to be me. I'm going to drive the entire trip, right? And it was like a 10-hour trip to somewhere in New Mexico.
Ooh.
And we're going to switch off.
Yeah.
But everyone at that point was like, no, we won't switch off to Roy's brother.
Sorry about that, Roy. Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, and I was like, I will gladly drive the entire 12 hours. I do not care so long as we
Right.
don't put on our left turn signal and drive erratically.
Seriously. And it's just that's nuts, dude. Traffic can turn you into a
It can.
fucking monster.
Some people don't use their blinkers as much as they should or they're supposed to or whatever. But what annoys me is situations when you're on the road where people don't signal in situations where it's actually like dangerous not to.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What
That
the hell are
happens
you
all the
doing?
time.
You're
Yeah.
changing lanes and like hella crazy traffic like last minute before you need to make a right hand
Yes.
turn. You
Right.
swerve over 3 lanes. That pisses me off.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that happens everywhere.
I
I lived
know.
in Dallas for
I
5
know.
years. I was in Jersey for 2 years. Everyone drives that way.
It is
Yeah.
stupid. It is
Yeah.
so stupid though.
Although, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Sometimes
Oh.
it is warranted. Okay, so the other day,
You did the exact same thing.
well, I just did something stupid
What is
driving.
it warranted? Tell us.
It people make mistakes, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was on my way to the mall. I was driving and I was on the feeder road, which just happens to be like a Texas term, I think. You know,
think
everywhere else,
Houston-
Houston term, people call it feeder.
Frontage roads.
Everywhere else, people
Yeah,
call it
frontage
what?
road.
Frontage road.
Or,
Okay.
service road.
So-
That's
yeah.
another
Sure.
term.
So
Yeah.
I was on the service road, frontage road, feeder road, whatever the hell.
Yeah, in the
and-
country they say service road.
Yeah, on the
what you want to
service
do is
road.
take that service road right down
Man,
there.
slap
about
yourself on
45.
that John Deere tractor right yonder and go over there, take the service road on over there. Shit.
You do that so much better than I do. From years of experience, probably.
Yeah, that's how I talk. Anyway, I was riding over there towards the mall, and I needed to get on the highway, and was gonna miss it. So I was
Oh.
going to continue on the feeder road. So I swerved to the left, and then my tire hits like the
That's
curb,
what-
the
Oh,
cement.
dear God.
And
That's
dude,
what
my
happened.
my car like it swerves, and I start going like
You're
fishtailing, and I'm going
Oh,
right to
dear
left. And they
God.
always say like turn in the direction you're spinning.
Okay.
It never
no,
happens.
No.
That's like when someone's like, if you're getting attacked by a shark, remain calm. It's like, what? Jaws is underneath me. The last thing I'm going to do is stay calm.
Yeah.
Anyway,
How did you get out of this? Did the car just spin out?
well, it was spinning for sure. Luckily, there was nobody behind me or in front of me, and my tire just pops. It's completely gone. I'm riding on the rim, and then my back
Oh
tire
my-
has a huge bubble on it. So I ride my rim towards the side of the road,
Right, yeah.
And I'm like, first of all, it's freezing cold.
Oh, yeah.
Granted, we live in Texas, but for us Texas people, it was like 30-something degrees,
Yeah,
30,
yeah.
31 degrees.
Yeah, that's
It
still
was
cold, yeah.
super cold. And
Yeah.
I had like my work shirt on, so it was
Uh-huh.
like not thick material at all. I was freezing my ass off, nipples hard as hell.
Wow.
Cut
Cutting
diamond.
glass. We both went the same direction.
Exactly. And some dude, so I was changing my tire because I know that's like the one dad thing I know how to do.
Oh, God bless your little heart.
Right? I can
There's
change
hope.
a tire.
There's hope for the millennials.
Can you change a tire, Simon?
Oh,
Yeah.
there's hope for Gen Z.
Okay.
Oh, there's hope for both of you.
Okay, so
I think so.
that means no. I think so.
I guess the
Yep,
question is,
sure can.
I think we should.
I think.
have
changed
you,
the
have
tire
you
on my mom's
ever
car once.
done it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, so this truck. I was not
Once.
in a good part of. He doesn't know how to do it.
Once.
He has no idea. He's watched a YouTube video probably.
That's a good vlog.
No,
So-
it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, it is.
Get a little refresher.
Also, learn how to tie a tie.
Mm.
Okay, so
When's
I
it
was.
not?
Would you let me finish my story?
No.
I start talking. Boy says, "That's a Windsor knot."
Continue.
Okay. Anyway, I pull over on the side of the road to change my tire. Not in a good spot. Not in a good area. Okay. And this truck pulls up, and I was like, I'm gonna die. It's like a sketchy looking truck, and then you know, it was fine. Some dude hopped out. He was like, "Hey, I was looking at Christmas lights over here, and you need a little bit of help." And I was like, "Yeah." I mean, I was like,
wait. How did he start this conversation? I was looking at Christmas lights.
Yeah, he was like, I've been driving around looking at Christmas lights. And that's why I'm here. Not like I was looking for his explanation as to why he's here. But he was like, I was looking at Christmas lights driving around. You need some help over here? And I was like, no, I'm pretty much finished. I just need to like screw these bolts on. So he like gets on his knee and helps me screw in my bolts or whatever, and then leaves. So I was like, oh, good Samaritan. But I was like, I'm about to die. I thought I was gonna have my life taken. It was just scary. You never know what could happen like that.
You never know what anyone's gonna drive up and do.
Yeah, exactly.
So first of all, you drove like a maniac, and then we also realized you don't know how to drive your Mustang.
Yeah. And you know how to get a discount tire.
Yes, I do. Huh? Yeah, and then actually, so this was actually something that Simon did that was very nice. The first nice thing that he's ever done for me in his entire life is I was like, hey, I'm going to be working for the rest of the week. Would you mind taking my car to Discount Tire tomorrow when you're on vacation? And he did it.
I'm happy that you helped your cousin.
I mean, it was a nice thing to do. It really helped me out. So, yeah. So that's that. No, I don't, no. You're on the podcast.
What's funny is your reaction is like, no, I don't owe you. Nope. I'm not gonna owe you at all. Actually,
I don't owe you a damn thing. So okay, I have something that happened to me today while I was waiting for you two fine gentlemen to come over for the podcast.
Okay,
I was wrapping presents. You know, Christmas is getting very close.
God bless you. You actually wrap stuff?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
What do you do?
Do you not wrap presents?
Throw it in a bag. Call it a day. Take some tissue paper and throw it in there. Here you go.
But what if it's like a big box?
A big bag.
Either.
I feel like for some things, wrapping paper is almost easier.
I mean, it's more. Sometimes it's more fun to unwrap a present than just open a bag.
Yes, I will give you that.
There's
you know,
that.
when I was young, yes, I would hate getting bags. I would rather open up.
You get to rip it up. Be a barbarian.
Exactly.
Rip it open, handful of fajitas. Yeah. You just go after both of them.
While you're sitting on the toilet, you're just
Exactly.
sitting there opening presents.
Put my ice cream down and go. Anyway, so I was looking for like wrapping paper and all this wrapping stuff in my mom's closet, and she's very organized. She has everything labeled, and she has this box called emergency box. And I was like, okay, I was like, that's pretty. Like, I'm all for good preparation.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like, what does she have in here? So it's underneath a bunch of boxes. So I was trying to pull it out, and I was like, what? I was trying for 5 minutes to pull this box out, and I was like, this is fucked.
Yeah.
I was like, if there was an emergency, I'm trying to pull this box out, and it's taking me 5 to 10 minutes to actually get it out. There's no way.
The least accessible box.
What is
exactly?
What is happening? So I thought that was the craziest thing. Anyway, it turned out that it was just like a solar light powered radio.
Okay, so
why do we have that in an emergency box and that's it? Doesn't make any sense.
So it didn't have any Band-Aids.
It just had a solar powered radio.
That's for like natural
hurricanes.
disasters.
Yeah, it is. You can like check the weather and stuff. But I was
With,
like
like little crank.
I thought it was gonna be.
thing.
I thought it was gonna be damn $100,000 wrapped up in a pistol.
Oh, that'd be
Different licenses ready to go.
That's zombie apocalypse
Flee
ready
the
to go.
country type stuff.
That's good to go.
Already changed your identity. You just need to hop on a plane, and all of a sudden you're Bob Saget.
All of us went like, huh? Bob Saget? And then I thought about the joke you were about to say, and I was like, Bob Saget, he disappeared for a while, didn't he?
Oh, no. I was just saying that because it was a funny name.
No, but he he didn't do Full House for a while, and he kind of went under the radar because he had said some really annoying jokes or something while he was doing stand-up, and nobody liked him.
Oh,
and
really?
No one knows what I'm talking about, so I'm going to shut up.
No. That's some grandpa knowledge. That's why we have Roy here.
We never finished round 2.
Oh, the questions.
Oh, the
okay.
questions.
That's
How
because
do we-
we go
how
on
do
so
we
many
move
damn
around?
tangents. Okay.
Here,
Oh,
ask
is it my
Alex.
turn? Okay,
Okay.
Alex, here you
Top
go.
to
What was the
bottom
last
rate.
question you asked him?
What will we laugh at when we look upon?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, okay.
Traffic. Holy
Traffic,
shit.
yeah.
That,
How do you go out of your way? Oh, well, no. It probably helps if I read. Oh, okay. Let me just read
come on,
this.
Roy.
English, Roy.
Who do you go out of your way to be nice to? Well, that's a good...
These are. You were gonna say that's a good question.
I was like, that's a good question, but, it's kind of...
Should we go for
It's
something?
kind of like after school specially. I mean, I definitely go out of my way for Sarah.
Yeah, I was
Like,
about to say.
The person in my life who it's like I try the absolute hardest
Yes.
with everything.
Sarah is the fiance
Yes,
of Alex.
my fiance.
Yes.
Yeah. So she's literally anything she wants. I'm like, okay, I'll buy it for you. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, you want a massage
Yeah.
right now? I'll do that. Sure. What can I do
It's
for you?
also a smart answer.
That is a great answer because
Yeah,
she's
well,
watching
sure as
this
shit
right
not
now.
Simon.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I am definitely not going out of my way to be nice to you.
No, there's no need to.
I'll remember that when you pump the back tire.
There's no need to.
That
Yeah,
5
okay.
minutes is up.
And then whenever I need my tire changed again, I'm gonna be like, Simon, I think you're a little bit better than me at Super Smash Bros. And he's like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll take your tire. That's
I'm
fine.
by far the superior player.
Yeah, well,
Anybody can see.
that's
Your
up for
turn
that's
now.
up for debate. What we should do is we should have a segment where we debate things and have crazy
Ooh.
topics. Simon,
I'd cook you.
death penalty. Alex, go. Okay, that'd be really
It's a
intense.
controversial topic. I had to
Do
write a
you
paper on that.
prefer
Oh, wow.
to go off the beaten path when you? What the hell are these?
Hit it again.
What are these
Just go
damn
until you get a good one.
winds of time, Sacagawea ass questions? Would you?
Sacagawea.
Find a good one.
Oh, okay. So you
There's
can just keep tapping until you like
Yes.
Pretty
one.
much.
Yeah. And so while he's doing that, we have to stall Simon because he's
Okay, this is a really generic one. What's
Okay.
something that we don't know? Tell Roy and I something that. Tell us one of your secrets. Something that you haven't told people
Something
before.
we don't
Make
know
it juicy.
about.
This is podcast content. Don't give us
Jeopardy
jank shit.
music here.
Ooh,
Yeah, okay, but you better hurry up and answer a question.
deliver.
Come on.
Come on.
What's the
Something
biggest,
that you
deepest, darkest
don't-
question you have? Deepest, darkest question? What?
Secret?
Yeah, you
Secret.
answer
I don't-
secret.
Yeah, I fucked
Something-
that
I
up.
don't
Yeah,
have that many
That's okay.
secrets.
Yeah, that's what people with secrets say.
No, I really don't. That's why I said
I've got to
earlier.
use that line.
That's why I said-
That's what people with secrets say.
That's why I said earlier. I'm probably the least crazy person I know.
So you're an open book.
I live an extremely regular life.
Well, that's boring.
I'm a boring person.
Yeah, you're wearing all gray. The
And
joke
you're
I said.
wearing my hoodie.
And I'm wearing Wham last Christmas.
Just to set the scene for you.
I have a green shirt on.
Okay, yeah. So there was something that said my mom printed out this thing that was like colors not like to wear what your color that you wear to work says about you.
Oh.
And it says like don't wear gray unless you want people to be like, oh, that dude's blah, he's boring, he sucks, he's bleak.
Really? I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I wear gray all the time.
I guess I better start wearing gray.
We all change. But no, I mean, so you got green under there, so that's nice.
I got green.
Yeah. If you guys could have any car in the world paid for,
Oh.
now aside from just like having the most expensive car to like resell, buy another car, like you're
Okay.
stuck with this car.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Just like what car is your dream car that if
I-
someone paid for it, you'd want?
I'd still go with the most expensive car,
Okay, so that's the type of person you are.
the Bugatti Veyron.
Bugatti Veyron. How much isn't that like
2.5, 2.6 million.
$2.5 million?
Wow.
Well, it's the most expensive production car that they actively make. Like there's antique cars that sell for more and stuff.
Right.
Right, that's true. It's probably true.
Okay.
I like that idea because I'm like, yeah, Ford GT, no problem, easy, not a problem, right?
Sure.
But then I think back and I was like, only one other person can enjoy that car with me. So I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, I want all my buddies. You know,
Yeah.
if I want to do a podcast in my car,
Hell
we're doing it.
yes.
All
Hell
right?
yeah.
So
3
I was
rows
like,
of seats.
give me that. What's
Tesla Model X.
Yeah, that's. No, I don't like the look of them.
Oh,
I don't like the look
doors
of
are
the
like-
Tesla. Yeah,
they're
and
gold when
you were
butterfly,
thinking
whatever.
big?
No, let's go big. Let's get like a freaking
A bus.
Lincoln
school
Aviator
bus.
or something
Oh.
with all the trim and leather with the
Oh.
sunroof.
Okay.
And
My mom used to have an Aviator.
yeah, get the new window looks exactly like a Land Rover. So I
Oh,
can
that's
upgrade to the
cool.
Land Rover, get like the full size Land Rover, get all my buddies in it, and we can be like, "What's up?
That's
Let's
cool.
podcast
Hell
from the
yeah.
Land Rover."
Hell
Like
yeah.
an Escalade.
Yeah.
That-
Like
yeah, that'd be
big-
cool.
Big size.
And then we all like get lunch boxes, and then we can have like a show
Yes. yes.
the lunchbox.
That is awesome.
on wheels. What? Yes.
A car shaped as a lunchbox.
Yes.
All right, say it. The lunchbox on wheels.
The lunchbox on wheels. Yeah.
In your
that's-
voice.
Oh, in the radio. Lunchbox on wheels. Yeah,
God,
I like
that's
that. I
nice.
like that. That's
I
what,
really
would go
like
with
that.
I would go with that.
I wish I had Roy to follow me around every time so I could be like, "Hey,
Just
you
narrate
suck."
everything.
Roy, would you mind saying that, please?
Hey, you suck. Yeah, I like that.
That's
you know,
nice.
You know?
Yeah.
And whenever you check into like any fancy hotel, like
Yeah.
think of a fancy hotel that you would drive up to.
Okay.
Just think of one.
Motel 6.
Okay.
Just kidding. What's a nice
An
hotel?
expensive Marriott.
The
or
Hilton.
something.
Isn't that a hell? Is
Okay,
that,
yeah, I was
expensive?
thinking more like something Vegas, but okay, yeah.
Okay.
Caesar's Palace.
Yeah, there we go.
Welcome to Caesar's Palace. See, that rings. That's great.
Yeah.
You know, or something even cooler, like you go to where the fountains. It has the fountains in Vegas.
I've never been to Vegas.
You guys
Golden
have
Nugget?
never been to Vegas.
Golden Nugget.
We've got to go to Vegas. Okay, yeah.
That would be awesome.
The Bellagio.
Oh, yeah,
the
I've heard of
Bellagio,
that. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Bellagio. The Bellagio.
Gamble like the Bellagio.
The Bellagio. And then you just keep repeating it.
Yeah.
You know, whenever you walk in.
The Bellagio. I think that I would probably want to get one of those Mercedes Jeeps. I really like that.
Ooh.
A G-Wagon.
Yeah. The
G-Wagon.
G-Wagon.
I really like those.
Dude, that's on your like dream board.
It is on my vision board.
On your vision board. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
brother has one too.
I have a vision board. Yeah. Do you still have a vision board?
I do.
Do you have a vision board, Simon?
I don't. My vision board's up here.
Am I surprised?
It's in my head.
No.
Not really.
No.
It's in my head.
I don't think most people have one. You know, we're kind of like a special breed.
Simon was saying, that was Oliver saying it. He was like, content creators are different people. They're a different type of person.
Really?
That's what
think
Oliver
so.
was saying. And I was like, I can definitely see
Why
that.
would he say that though? I mean, what's the explanation?
That's whenever we were talking about TikTok, and I was just like, we're talking about like the potential
Yeah.
with social media, and he was like, bro, just like talking about how easy it is for some people to be on camera, other people are really uncomfortable on camera. He was like, content creators are just a different type of people in the way that they're comfortable with themselves to be on camera, in the way that they have that work ethic, in the way that they are not afraid to put themselves out there and look stupid or like get rid of their ego and upload something with 2 to 4 views for the longest time
I mean,
ever.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess so.
it's everybody has a grind of some sort, but I feel like it's a grind totally different to every other type of grind.
Can I tell you Simon's grind?
What's his grind?
What's my grind?
Fortnite.
I know what you're gonna say.
And let me tell you, boy got so mad.
I
Like,
got
this is
so
some real
pissed.
shit.
Oh.
This is some real shit right now. Like, that was going on yesterday. Boy got so mad.
Really?
So
He turned into the
pissed.
biggest ass that I've ever met.
You were being an
yesterday.
Okay.
Okay, you want me to tell you what happened?
I'm excited to hear
Ass.
this
So-
story.
You're not
Apparently, it's
gonna
really
explain
good.
It well.
Yes, I will. I'll explain it exactly how it happened.
I want to hear this.
Okay.
This sounds good.
So I go over to Simon's house, my aunt's house.
Uh-huh.
She has her foster dog has puppies. I wanted to see the puppies and take an Instagram picture.
Which I saw that. Yeah.
Did you like it?
I liked it. I
was a
need to comment.
quality
Nice,
photo.
thanks.
I'll go back
Quality
and comment.
photo.
Yeah, Oliver took that. Shout out to Oliver.
I will go back and comment.
Very nice. Thank you, Roy. I appreciate that.
I won't comment. I already liked.
Oh, well, okay. That's fine. I don't expect you to measure up to Roy.
You expect too much of Roy.
I expect a lot out of
I
Roy.
was about to say that.
I expect a lot out
I
of
was about to say
Roy.
the bar's not that high. If you're trying to compare yourself to me.
Anyway, so I go over there, and Simon's playing a Fortnite tournament in his living room.
Oh, nice.
Okay, that's where the bigger TV is. He's playing his Fortnite tournament in there.
Yeah.
And Oliver and I are taking pictures. There's puppies around, and he's getting pissed because he's like, I think that he starts losing and that he has an easy way to. This is what I think.
Yeah.
And he's got an easy thing to blame, which is us talking.
Sure, yeah.
So he's like, I can't focus. I need to go into my room.
Okay, hold on. Do the Simon impersonation one more time.
No, I don't sound like that.
I can't focus.
No. No.
Then he goes into his room, and I was like, oh. So Oliver and I follow him. He's like, Simon's like, I want to be left alone. I want to play, and I want to just like do well because y'all are distracting me. So I was like, okay, there's no way I'm going to let him actually sit in his room by himself because I was trying to have him come over here, play some Smash Bros, hang out, do some dumb stuff.
Right, exactly.
So
And I told you before you came over, I was playing a tournament that I was going to play till 8 p.m.
I wasn't over there to talk to you. I was over there for the puppies. I like puppies
Over there to
more than
talk
you.
to me, but you wouldn't leave me alone.
Yeah, because you were in the living room where everybody was.
And then I went in my room and you
And then
followed
let me tell the story.
Okay.
And then he goes into his room, and Oliver and I follow him.
Right.
And because that's typically what we do.
Oh, sure,
He,
yeah,
he
yeah.
didn't say anything like, "Hey, dude, this is a really important tournament." Like, and later on, I found out that some money was on the line. So if he had been like, "Hey, dude, this is an important tournament.
Dude,
I'm trying to
guys,
win some money. Like,
There's
would
like
you mind?"
$100 on the line.
Yeah,
right
would you
now.
mind
Let's
like leaving
go.
me alone?
Yeah.
Rather, he's like, I can't focus. Goes into his room, so I do my normal thing, which is follow him and annoy him.
And pester him, yeah.
And then he gets super pissed, and I was like, you just must not be too good because if someone can't perform with distractions and you have to have the exact environment to be good, that doesn't say too much about your ability playing that game.
Ooh, shots
Right?
fired.
When you record a reaction, would I stand behind you and talk to you?
That's completely different.
Actually, I've actually seen something to that effect. Yes, I've seen that.
You've been in my reaction the other day. You walked into my room and stared so long that I was like, "All right, well then come in the video."
Okay,
Yeah,
not-
I've seen
not
that.
for
Yes.
the entire length.
So I'm just saying, I did see that.
Okay, yeah,
you
he
know,
did
as-
because you do that
What?
You
in
know-
an environment where I can't have sound
Okay.
going. saying.
Yeah.
Reactions are completely different than video games.
Yes, I'm
You're
actually
explaining the story terribly. though.
No, I'm not.
I told you multiple times after I blew up on you and you finally actually did leave my room. I told you multiple times I am trying to take this seriously. Verbatim, what I said.
Yeah, and
I
who
was-
cares if you're going to take it seriously because you do take video games seriously.
No,
I take me teasing him very seriously.
no. When I said I'm taking it seriously, I didn't mean. I wasn't just sitting there.
We are
playing
fleshing
with my
some real
friends.
problems out right
That's what
now.
I said.
It
Was there money on the line?
Yes, $15 million in prize money over the course of 3 days, 3 different tournaments, depending on how you play.
And he didn't say any of this to me.
So what was the lowest position? Like if you got 20th
Top
place.
1,500 got.
Which you guys
Money.
didn't get because your team's trash.
We didn't get that because we started late.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you a hard
I
time.
was
I'm giving
already-
you a hard
So
time.
was there
I was-
$100 on the line like I was saying?
I had no idea.
Chances are, if I had time to play more games, we probably would have won 400.
But
So
he
he-
didn't ever say that.
He didn't
though. It
say
doesn't
that.
seem like he ever said
I
that.
was already pressed for time. It's literally started.
How hard? It was much more time consuming us arguing back and forth than you saying, "Hey, I could win $400. Could you leave?"
I
that's
think
what
that's
I said though.
probably a Gen Z thing.
that's-
They don't like to communicate.
No, that's,
I know. His head's,
I told him
his
yesterday.
hands, his dick's in his hand, and his face is on the screen. He doesn't know what's going on.
I told him yesterday. I said, if you wanted to be alone for whatever reason, your reason doesn't matter why. If you want to physically be in a room with the door closed by yourself and have some space, I would respect that and I would leave.
Right.
And I tried explaining that 3 or 4 times, and he goes up behind me when I'm in the middle of a game and goes, "There's a guy with a sniper right behind you.
That
Watch
was
out!"
Was
completely
there?
out of context.
Purely trying to pester me.
Completely out of
Further
completely out of context. That happening whenever I did that into his microphone. That's when he was still playing in the living room before he
Oh.
got upset and went to his room.
No, okay.
He's acting like he was in his room,
that
right?
Was in my bedroom.
That was in the room?
No, it
Yes,
wasn't.
it was.
No, it
Yes,
wasn't.
ask Oliver. It
No.
was in my
I
bedroom.
feel like I'm the mediator here all of a sudden.
In
I'm like
my
trying to
bedroom.
figure out the
Point being, if I had really wanted time, I would have been like, "Hey, some serious shit's going down. Like, would you mind giving me a second?" Whereas I was just following what we normally do. It's like it's the custom between us to
Okay,
do
well,
that type
when
of
do I normally
thing.
play a competitive tournament?
You're playing video games all the time when you're over there.
You knew I was playing a tournament from before you even got over to my house. It's in writing on a text message.
We're not going to agree. Yes, we're going to push this back on Roy. No more
Okay.
information necessary. I think he's got enough from both sides.
Good God, I feel like
I don't think
Okay.
so, but okay.
Well, of course you don't, because
Oh,
you're a
dear.
contrarian.
Oh dear God,
I'm not
okay.
a contrarian. I'm a logical person.
All right, so this
Some people
trial
logical, other
now
people
has to be summed up in the answer of who I believe most.
Yeah, not who you believe most. Who do you side with the most?
Who do I side with?
Who
the
do you
most?
agree-
Resonate with them.
Okay, so I have to say,
And you can't do a split. Like
I'm not
agree-
gonna. No,
okay.
this is not gonna be a split.
Okay.
This is not.
This is real shit.
This
Let's
is
go.
real.
Okay.
This is a lack of communication side between
Sure.
both of you.
Sure.
You both failed miserably at communicating. Both of you.
Okay.
That is true.
That's both fail like you can't communicate.
Okay.
Communicate with one another. Hey cousin, what? I'm about to win $400. Oh snap, son! How can I help? Can I get 200 if I help you? Nah, son. I can take you to Chipotle though. Okay, cool. How can I help? Shut up. That would help.
Sure.
Or on the other end, you're in. Hey, cuz, let's hang out. Let's do stuff. I don't got time for you. Hey, cuz, let's do things. I want to hang out with you. Where are the puppies? Let's chill. Let's hang out. I don't have time for you. So leave me alone. Hey, cuz, what's going on? You know, so it's both a fail. Was
Okay.
that my impersonation
Okay.
of Simon? Pretty,
That's true.
Pretty.
It was pretty spot on.
It's a failure to communicate.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So who wins?
Yes.
No one wins. They're
No,
both
that's the answer
failures.
nobody wanted to hear.
Freaking failures.
Let me-
Failures. Fail.
Okay. Let me explain something.
Yes.
Okay. The default
Okay.
with Simon and my relationship
Right.
is annoying each other.
Okay.
He annoys
okay.
me, I annoy him. That's the default.
Right.
Day in and day out.
Right.
Without further special instruction, I'm going to go to the default. Our podcast.
So Alex wins. Yeah.
Yes!
He's just gonna beat you up. That's you know.
That's all I wanted is to be victorious. That's
yeah,
all I want in
you know,
life
if-
is to destroy
if
Simon.
you eat 4 or 5 more sandwiches that particular week, you'll win. I mean, you know, whatever.
Simon and I actually have a bet that we made about 9 years ago,
Wow.
8 years ago.
8 years ago, that in 10 years he would be able to kick my ass for $1,000.
Whoa.
We have 2 more years left.
So we got 2 more years?
Yes.
Oh, this will be good because then we'll be at like,
Pay-per-view.
dude, this
The
will
podcast will have exploded.
Yes, DAZN, call us up right now. We have the heavyweight champion in this quarter.
And there would be KSI Logan Paul all over again.
We'll break their record.
Yes,
be interesting.
you would definitely break the
That
record.
was so huge. I think they did. I don't know the numbers for the second one, but I
Right.
think because I was on DAZN, but I think the first one they had over 1 million people buy the pay-per-view on YouTube.
Really? Okay.
I think so.
For how much?
I think it was $10.
That's $10 million.
Good God.
And there were also so many millions of people watching like pirated streams.
Sure.
Right. Yeah, I heard about
It's
that.
crazy how far social media has gone.
Yes, like how everyone wants to be a part of something that's happening.
Like,
But
it,
I mean,
it was huge.
That's crazy.
I mean, when you look back over the last 2 or 3 decades, you're like, okay, all of that attention left television and newspaper and radio, and it has dispersed out to other places, including YouTube.
Right. Yeah. That's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
So maybe we should all just get boxing gloves. All 3 of us. And just set the camera up and just go to town.
I just want to be the announcer.
Yeah.
And in this corner.
That's perfect.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen. I want to do that. I want to
Get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble. Why does the mic make that noise? I don't know.
I could actually see you do that and probably be pretty happy to
I
be
just
an
got to find a
announcer.
tux.
Oh, God. All right. So that's probably all the time we got for this podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, this has been so much fun.
This has been some fireworks shows.
It's been a lot
It's
of
been
fun.
an interesting podcast. Kind of turned into a therapy session.
It did.
And Roy, like he said, was our mediator. So
Just towards the end, but the first half of it was on the can,
we
literally.
we went from we went from talking about Simon's ass to talking about our problems.
Before
This
that,
is an
we talked
interesting one.
about how you're a barbarian when you eat food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We touched a lot of topics today.
Yes.
So with that being said, I'm going to hand this mic off to Roy, or I guess he's got his own mic.
I think I do.
I'm going to hand the outro out to Roy. Oh, wow. We just touched mics. That's really
not
weird to
what
say.
you want to do ever.
Sorry to the people who are just listening to this podcast and had a strange visual image. I'll just let Roy take care of it from here.
Goodbye, everybody. So long from the lunchbox. The lunchbox.